My hair okay?
I don't know where we're going,
Looks like you
but I
just
take
woke up.
pride in not knowing. And you say I will be the one to let this go.
Hey guys, TacticalOyster here, bringing you guys 3-bar exploits 37. Is that right? Is it 37? We didn't go over that. Okay, 3-bar exploits number 37. I've got Whackhead and Bondfire here today with me as always, and we've got our friend Archaic who's joining us via the interwebs.
Through the power of the internet.
Yeah,
Through the power of the interwebs.
Before we get started, we want to thank Strictly Business Gaming, first of all, our first sponsor, for the sick new overlay you guys are seeing, much improved from our old one, as you can see. Because although we love Whackmed's graphical design abilities, we can't quite match up to this new overlay. So thank you, Strictly Business, for that. Go check them out. Links will be in the description below. And we have a new sponsor to announce as well, ladies and gentlemen. We now have a coupon code deal with cinchgaming.com, which offers custom controllers for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Xbox 360. Now, you may be thinking SCUF controllers, and it is like SCUF controllers, except that it's a lot cheaper. You can get all the same features as the top-of-the-line brands, but you can get them for $20, $30, $40 less, depending on how much you want to get on it. So check out cinchgaming.com. Link will be in the description, CINCH Gaming, and use the coupon code 3BAR, 3BAR, all lowercase, when checking out for 5% off. Whew! Okay, somebody start the show now. I'm done with all that plugging.
Plug.
We gotta start with a random question. Whackman, I know you got one.
I was trying to get cinch stuff on screen here for.
Well, this is a fail.
Yeah, it's a fail. That's okay. We'll go back to the other screen.
So, Whackman's bad at League of Legends. I mean, I can bring that up.
Yes, I am bad at League of Legends.
Once you're ready to ask a random question, just throw it in there. I just wanted something to talk about while we waited for.
Look,
to get
You
sorted
just wanted
out.
to take a shot, is what it was.
he wanted me to play. Now wait a minute. It was
I'm
2 weeks ago that we had recorded the last 3-bar, and he's like, "I just have a question." He got all somber and quiet. And when are you gonna play League of Legends with me? I really want a friend.
A tear.
And it's a
You
tear.
this is so misportrayed, first of all, but I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, you
I'll
will.
allow it.
And immediately, I downloaded League of Legends. While we were still doing post-show stuff, I'm like, okay, so I downloaded it. Before I left for church services, I had done stuff, and it was downloading League of Legends. When I got home, League of Legends was ready for me and for you guys. And so I was there. I was all about it. And I got destroyed by some very mean, angry AI characters.
Very mean beginner level bots.
I'm like, okay, cool. First of all, one thing I noticed is that everybody's beautiful. You're going to only portray beautiful people. But, any female figure on there that is old enough to be worried about, they're all dressed very scantily.
Yeah.
See, I got called out for this earlier because Archaic. I was like, look at all the girls. They're dressed in bathing suits and
Called him out
stuff.
of it.
I was like, all the girls are dressed in sexy outfits. He's like, Annie's not. And I'm like, Annie's 8
Annie
years
is a
old.
sexy
Leave her
character. She's
alone,
8.
dude. I don't know how old she is, but Archaic was that's disgusting.
Well, she is below the legal age, so that's all you need
She's
to
below
know.
the. She doesn't count. She may not be able to count. She's that young. Anyway, so League of Legends is kind of cool. It does fill that role of games that I used to like with the Dungeons and Dragons style platform. And it looks so incredibly simple. Apparently staying alive is extremely detailed and intricate, and I don't know how to do it. I'm just bad.
So I disagree that it looks simple. Like, I've watched streams just because it's like the #1 streaming thing on Twitch all the time, and I have no idea what the hell's going on.
You hit 4 buttons. No, there's only 4 buttons. There's only 4 attacks that you can make. There's either
There's
click.
4 attacks and
Yeah.
2 spells. That
There's
you
only
can
4
use.
attacks that you can do. It's not that hard.
And you can only build 6 items, so
Okay.
See, that's the. Well, Whackman doesn't last long enough to even get to his 6th item to build, so it really doesn't matter.
Whackman's like, you could build items? What?
I can do this.
he
items that add my
knows
stuff.
he can.
Oh yeah, because he built. Well, this is.
Well, I
this
didn't
will
know
be
that-
boring to people, but
I didn't know
he
you
built attack damage on a tank character, and Archaic tried to tell him no, you got to build tank items on this tank character, and Wax just nope, He's gonna build us attack damage.
No,
He's gonna build
he
us attack
started,
damage while I'm 2 and 10 against beginner bots.
he started building tanky like I told him to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kept going in and dying, and he's like, I need more attack damage.
Yes, I did.
No, you don't. You need to wait for everybody else.
Okay, look, dude, you got me riding in on an elephant waving a feather at him. I wanted something stronger than the feather. I'm sorry.
You're like when I first started and I bought like a Doran's blade, which is like the basic item, and then I zoomed in on my character, like, where's my Doran's blade? He does not have the blade. What is happening? He still has an arrow. When
Right.
you buy a shield, it's like, why does my character not have a shield now?
Yeah, that is kind of stupid in that regard, but it works. I mean, the theorem works.
If
What
you
was I
want
gonna
to
say?
shift
What
to
was
a
I-
random question now.
Yeah, I bought something that I don't have a random question. I'm trying to
Oh,
kill
you
time.
wow.
I was hoping we'd move on, but thanks a lot. Call me out. Okay.
Well, I didn't mean for this
Wow.
to even become a discussion. So, like, I just brought this up because I thought you were going to take a second with that whole overlay
Like,
image
have,
thing.
like, a
So I'm like,
book
well, let me
of,
fill
like,
the
random
time.
questions.
I didn't like them.
You didn't like the book?
I didn't
Random
like
question.
what I had. A lot of them were about like choosing this or that, like
Oh.
life or
We
death.
could use some
the
of
way to-
those.
Choosing. That's poopy.
You are you get to choose your Les Stroud environment. What is it? You know Les Stroud? Familiar? Everybody familiar?
I've been watching
Survival Man.
Survivor Man.
and they've been talking
So
about
you
doing
pick-
the survival trip, so
like-
I know somewhat.
If you're on the island, then you get to take your game console with you for a year with one item. But Les Stroud goes out for 1 week at a time. Now he's doing 2 weeks at a time and staying in an environment, and he has to survive. He has to set up his own cameras, film his own show. For some reason, he should be on YouTube, but for some reason, he has stooped down to be on television. And you get to pick your environment. You want to go like snowy environment, something that's going to be challenging, but you think you could do. Like I want.
Well, I have almost no survival skills.
I don't either.
I can fire a weapon, but I don't know how to make a weapon or how to make a shelter or how to.
Yeah. I'm not really an
I'm gonna
outdoorsy person.
choose a nice woodland area with a creek that's of pure water flowing through it and not very many intimidating animals.
There's not many places that you're talking of like that don't have like bears.
Bird.
There's
Yeah.
a few.
Ain't worried about no bird.
I am
There's some-
very worried about a bear.
Bear ain't gonna come mess with you. Mm-hmm. You don't worry about the. You don't have to worry about the bear. The bear's gonna run away from you. They're scared of you unless you like go up into
Okay,
their
well, then I'm
dinner
gonna-
nest or whatever.
I'm gonna choose a tropical island then because I know there's probably fruit there that I can eat. Probably some poisonous fruit too, but there's some fruit there that I could eat, and there's water, even though it's salt water. I'm smart enough that I could probably purify it with my own bare hands. So that's not gonna
Are
really
you
be
gonna
an
pick
issue.
the salt crystals out?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
For someone that lives so close to the ocean, you have no concept of saltwater, do you?
I know you cannot pick the salt out. I know that's true. But I'm still going with a tropical island.
Tropical Island's nice. I think that would be the easiest one, and that would be my
Yeah.
selection as well. Because if you use tidal pools, then you can trap little critters, and he boils
That's
them.
so far above my I'm gonna use tidal pools to capture.
Well, it's like
things.
when the tide goes out, the water that's left over, there's stuff inside. Yeah, there's
Slow
not.
So you're not really even doing anything.
And
Why
they're
can't
slow-
we-
Snails and urchins.
The thing is, you can just splash the water out onto the dry land and catch them after they quit wiggling. It's not even that hard. Anybody can do this.
Okay, well, I was under the impression that you were setting up some intricate trap.
Oh no,
No.
Okay, good then. Good. Carry
Yeah.
on.
He's like, I think the most intricate thing he did in that season was, because my wife and I just started watching this at night, and he made like a Hawaiian sling out of his banding from his underwear. He took the elastic band off and he pulled it out and shot it like a slingshot, but he had his spear tied in it with a prong or like a fork or something at the end of it. and it would spear the fish. I'm like, who's got an elastic band that's that strong in their drawers, dude? You need to unbunch your pants if your pant banding is that tight. Just
Is he the one where people claim that he just like slowly dies for a week and then that's the show?
he
More or
almost
less,
does.
that's what he does.
He almost does, yeah. And the thing is, because he's eating real things like real bugs and stuff like that, and it's pretty natural.
Because like I said, the only reason I know who Les Stroud is because I watch PKA and they've been talking about doing this survival show and stuff and talk about all these different survival show guys. And one they've mentioned a lot is Les Stroud, but there's one guy they mentioned that was bad because he basically just slowly died for a week and didn't truly survive and prosper. But I didn't know if that was him or not, or if that was somebody else. I don't really know the survival guy community.
I don't know. Les Stroud is the hardcore guy. Bear Grylls is
Pussy.
That's one way to put it. He does a lot more for showy kind of stuff. And then there's the Naked and Afraid kind of shows, which are strangers meet and they're naked, and I think the whole premise is just kind of stupid. Like,
There's a show called like Naked After. No, it's.
When will I ever be walking through any environment butt naked? Like surviving in the bathroom for a
nude
week?
Beach.
Okay, that could happen.
A nude beach.
Or maybe you caught on fire when your plane was exploding and you had to take off all your clothes because you stopped, drop, and roll. And
That was very
you're
quick
done.
thinking. I like that.
And now you're naked on this island by yourself. You don't have a woman to look at. There ain't no naked and afraid woman. It's just you.
Exactly.
Lonely and naked. No tide pools on this island.
You got any bears over there?
No elastic slingshots.
Just you and your lack of clothing.
And it's breezy, too.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly at night.
Oh, man. Yeah, I would pick an island as well. I don't do well in the cold. I hate the cold
Well, I was
weather.
gonna say it'd be impossible to survive in like a cold,
Well-
like snow and ice cold environment because you would freeze to death.
Where would-
assuming you didn't have cold clothes?
Where would you hate to be sent? Like you have to go there and be there for a while.
For survival purposes or
I just-
for just general living?
General living. And the
Anywhere
reason
in the Middle East.
you want me to, I'll go ahead and go first on this one. The reason I bring this up is because we went to Richmond while we were in Virginia, and I made sure purposefully that I didn't leave anything in Richmond that I needed to go back for. That place was terrible. Like the best part of we're looking around, there's like
If you're a subscriber from Richmond, please just know that you're a great guy and
look if you like Richmond and you're like Maze Man's from Chicago, I think he's from Illinois. If you love the city, man, good for you. I've got nothing against that. Like he's from Michigan. He's from way up north.
Yeah, he's from Michigan.
Yeah, Punk Man's from down south in the heat. Archaic's in Texas with nothing but sand and heat, and Bonfire's got nothing but trees and snow.
I have red clay, not
Texas isn't desert.
Sand.
No, you don't. We all know what
Texas
Texas
is
is
a
like.
desert.
This is nothing but stereotypes. You have nothing but sand and heat.
I have red clay, and it is 30 degrees outside right now.
No, it's not.
I don't
really.
believe you.
Yes, it is. Well, not anymore. It was
Anyway.
this morning.
So anyway, we went through Richmond. Richmond was terrible. There was like ghetto, and on the same corner as like toys in the yard, bars on the window, government subsidized housing, true ghetto stuff. The same corner, there's two men in very nice suits. Maybe they look like they were very well built suits. I'd like to say some higher end. And they're there at going into like law offices or something. Maybe they're waiting on the bus. I don't know what they were doing on the corner. Didn't stop mask. But it's like
Yeah,
everything
you
was
probably
so
wouldn't
mixed
be here right
together.
now.
You don't even know where not to be. Like I don't feel safe here. No, I didn't feel safe anywhere.
Have you ever been to Memphis?
Memphis, Tennessee. I think I've driven through it.
Like
No.
it's like the same idea.
Memphis,
the bad part of
Illinois.
the bad part of Memphis is Memphis. Nice Bonfire. The bad part of Memphis is Memphis. That's what people say. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like
I-
that's what you're getting at.
I have two friends
Yeah.
that are from that area, and that's what they say, too.
I would hate to have to spend any time in Richmond. Like any time. As soon as we got through, we went to a plantation, and we went to the Edgar Allan Poe Museum. Big fan. And I think we made one more stop, and I was like, we're out of Richmond, we gotta go. I don't want to be, I'm not a fan of cities, but I'd rather spend time in Atlanta than Richmond.
Well, their university has been emailing me, so your ringing endorsement's not really helping them out.
Richmond? Just go drive through it. If you enjoy what you see, there's a bunch of it.
Just
if you don't
drive
like it,
through
then
it.
just leave.
Just drive through it, and you'll
Just
know
drive
it's not
through
for
it.
you.
Because, I mean, that's all I'm basing my judgment on. I'm not saying they don't have, like, the best soup kitchen in the world or place to eat or...
Whoa!
I think you're done.
I would quit talking now.
I wasn't...
No, you're fine. That was good.
I mean, that wasn't... Oh, well.
No, keep going. That was
I mean, they may have some really cool stuff. Richmond, was it the University of Virginia is not there. It's over further west.
It's the University of Richmond.
It's the University of Richmond. It may be an awesome school. I've never heard of it, but it may be really cool.
You never heard of the University of Richmond?
No.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of Tallahassee Community College?
University of Richmond's not a community college.
Yeah, University of
It has a
Richmond's a big
Division I
college.
basketball program. It's like a relatively well-sized university.
They have a basketball program, right?
Division I basketball.
They also have a tennis team.
Well, I'm just saying, like, most schools that have a Division I athletics program, people have heard of, generally speaking, because they're a big enough school to have a Division I athletics program. Just saying.
Well, good for them. How are they doing in the tournament?
They're not in.
Oh,
Is Tallahassee Community
okay.
College in?
They
But
don't
they have
have a
one
Division
hell of a
I
tennis
athletics program.
Florida State's not even in, so... NIT,
I
suckers.
didn't figure they would be, but
They
I was
were close,
hoping.
actually. They were on the bubble.
Yeah, my cousin's all upset about it. I was watching him on Twitter, and I was like, apparently
Apparently, we did not make it.
we didn't make it.
Darn. Whoops.
See you folks in Omaha.
I'm Mike and I hate basketball, so...
I don't hate basketball. I've been out of town for the entire tournament. I've missed it. And I heard one of the Ivy Leagues did really exceptionally well at a game and then lost their butts.
Harvard.
Harvard.
The one I was talking about earlier, yeah.
If
They
I pull
got shafted.
for any teams during the tournament, it's the Ivy League team.
Have you heard of Mercer?
I try to stay away from communicable diseases.
I had no clue that was even that. It's a college in Macon, Alabama.
Georgia.
Georgia, sorry.
South is the South.
It's actually part of that's in The Walking Dead somewhere. They talk about Macon, Georgia.
Cool.
that show.
So they're in the tournament? They're doing well? They're the
They
Cinderella
beat
team?
Duke in the first
Yeah,
round.
they knocked out Duke. That
Oh,
was-
They upset Duke.
Huge.
God smiles on them. I despise Duke.
I think everyone here hates Duke.
I tried explaining to my grandparents, who were from Virginia, were at my house for a couple days this week, and I tried to explain to them that I hated Duke, and like, well, why do you hate Duke? They're from North Carolina, and Wizard also, who Archaic knows. He's like, well, I don't hate Louisville, and I'm a Kentucky fan, and I said, well, if you're from, I mean, pretty much, if you're in the ACC or national, really, but mostly in the ACC or in the state of North Carolina, and you're not a Duke fan, you pretty much despise them with a passion. It's just kind of how it works. It's not really any explanation for it, but
It's
this
like
has been
me.
proven true.
I don't know if y'all can see it back there. I'm obviously a UT fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like any of the Texas schools, really. If I had to pick my second favorite team, it's OSU.
UT Longhorns?
Yep.
I've never heard them referred to as UT. I've always they're Texas. Them's Texas.
Well, it depends where you are. Like,
the impressions today.
Dude, I just
Here,
like the
it's
voices.
UT.
I gotta bring something. I didn't bring a topic, so.
like if you were in Texas, you would refer to it as UT. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've heard Tennessee been referred to as UT around here. It's like if you say USC, most people think of Southern California, obviously. Most people.
Yeah.
But if you say it like within the four-state region of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, or Florida, people think you're meaning South Carolina. University of South Carolina.
Yeah, because.
Exactly.
And the reason I think South Carolina is because Spurrier left from Florida and eventually made his
Right.
way
Most
over to
people
there.
around here associate USC with South Carolina, not Southern California.
Right.
It's the same concept.
Yeah.
I could see that. So, how are your brackets doing, guys? Like, this is going to be one series of games off, as we talked about earlier. So, how are your Twitter says that your brackets are not doing well at all. Oh, change the subject. My bad. Don't talk about our brackets. I should have read that first.
No, let's talk about the brackets. Who said don't talk about the brackets?
Fine. I did. My bracket got shot when my ballsy pick OSU in the Final Four didn't make it. So
didn't make it out of the first weekend.
They got beat in the first round, and then Ohio State lost to Dayton.
I would just like to point out to everybody.
Again.
I'd like to point out to everybody that the basketball prophet known as Tactical Oyster correctly predicted the 11th seeded Dayton Flyers to go to the Sweet 16 because he is a god and knows everything. So I just want to get that.
You have a perfect bracket, right?
No, I don't, but I got that one.
I think so.
I'm tied for first with Maze Man in our pool, although I haven't tallied your score yet, Bondfire. I was planning on doing yours weekend by weekend. Since Bondfire is a late West Coaster and did not get his bracket submitted.
No, it's because ESPN is retarded.
Really? What time did you submit your bracket, Bondfire?
I did it at like 9.
Which is noon here, which is the deadline.
Well, they said do it by 12:30.
It says it all.
No, it's retarded. ESPN can suck.
ESPN runs on East Coast time, dude.
That does put you at a disadvantage.
Well, it said 12:30, so.
Yeah, but don't you think that when they say 12:30, they're saying 12:30 because that's when the games start?
Yeah,
so
and that's fine. That's why I did it
West
half an hour
Coast,
before. So.
Well, it was 12. The
they
deadline was 12 Eastern. If the deadline were 12 Pacific, you
I can do math.
I
know the time difference.
So the thing is, I've never done a bracket before. And I was really looking like Maze Man has wanted to do brackets, and you were doing brackets. I'm like, okay, this year I'm going to do brackets. And then I got caught up with going on vacation. It ruined all the bracket stuff. It ruined 3-bar for last week. I had a great time, by the way. And it's like I was going to do this year, and it just snuck up on me. And now it's over. It's like halfway over.
The thing with the bracket is it only takes like 5 minutes in reality.
No.
Yes, unless you don't have to put in a lot of thought.
I'm the guy that spends 6 to 10 hours each week during the college football season making my selections for that weekend. I'm that guy. So if I was going to do a bracket and it'd be my first one, there would have been.
And let me tell you, you would have had an equally good chance of having a good bracket if you picked the teams just based on complete gut. Because it's so random that it really doesn't matter.
There's so many upsets. If you'd have picked the 12 seed, 12 seeds. 12 seeds murdered this year.
Last year and this year, 3 of the 4 12 seeds won. Well, my bracket is tied for first in the Tactical Oyster Challenge pool, which Archaic is in, and is in a solid 7th place after losing one of his Final Four teams. Tied with Maze Man. And in Maze Man's YouTube...
And an Elite 8.
In Maze Man's YouTube money group, I'm in 4th place, but I'm going to call, excuse my language, I'm going to call bullshit on this because the person in first entered 3 brackets, and all 3 of them are in first place. You should be able to enter 3 brackets. Maze Man, if you watch this, dude, I'm glad you did this. And I like you, and we've always gotten along fine. I have no problem with you, personally, but your bracket rules are wank. Okay, you should not be able to enter.
There is 3 people. There's 3 people in Maze Man's brackets that have 3 brackets apiece.
Like what? Stupid. Like I don't understand. And this guy's name is straight up.
Hey, now wait a minute. Wait a minute. The last time we even thought about calling out somebody, they jumped in here in this podcast and went and jumped out. So be careful now, because I know how to get a hold of Maze Man. I'll make sure he gets this. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, did you miss it? Speaking of Keemstar, I'm just gonna say his name because I hope he comes on here again and gives me more money. But while you were out for a week, did you see that Keemstar is now an official MLG channel?
Really?
MLG.TV/drama alert is a thing.
Oh, that's kind of okay. Wow.
GG to MLG. League of Legends.
Everyone's been saying that he's much tamer than he used to be. I have not watched any
considering his first stream was supposed to be a few nights ago, and MLG canceled the stream because it was idiotic what he talked about. He talked about, like, I don't remember what it was, but it was something that was hardly esports news. I think it involved esports figures, like pro players, but it was hardly esports. I think it was about like Scumpy and his girlfriend getting engaged or something, and then his girlfriend getting in a Twitter fight with another E girl, And it's like, that's probably why they canceled it, because it's stupid. But anyways, we can move on. But yes, I just thought you might want to know that since you missed it, that he is now Drama Alert,
Well,
MLG.
okay.
Please read that chat.
That's cool.
Yes.
It's so true. It's so true.
Oh, man. We like to have fun in the chat, and it's a safer place than it was when this show started. I remember, like, episode 7, we just, like, when somebody read something in the chat, we would just yell
it was horrible back then because I typed something in the chat like, I have to go to the bathroom, and the next thing you know is Oyster goes, all right, Bonfire, let's hold it out because he's got to go pee, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
I thought the audience needed to know why you just got up and left in the middle of the show.
I don't know that it happened, but it was funny like that. And it's like, safe place, safe place. I have on purple shoes. You're wearing purple shoes? Tell us about those shoes.
Exactly. That's exactly how it was.
I think if we're going to talk about anything, we should talk about how awesome Bonfire's beard is.
Thank you.
Bonfire's been bragging about his beard on Twitter.
He's been growing it for about 6 weeks now. That's pretty...
It's coming in nicely. I'm very happy with it.
Oh, Lord.
The lady's not, but you know what?
You gotta watch this part up here under the nose, and then keep it out of your lip. Because the worst part about having this is
when you eat.
When you eat, it gets all in it, and it's not that you want to. Like you make concerted efforts to keep it out, but this, especially the soul patch area, when it gets too long, when your lips fold in, it pokes up, and so it's like it stays in the food. You gotta be very careful with it.
Yeah, and my favorite part is when I'm done with my shower and I just comb it, make it nice and flat. It's good. It's good. I'm happy with progress.
I don't know if we've officially moved on
pull
from
your
bracket.
pointy ears up. I think you'd look like an elf.
Probably.
Pull your ears up. Come on, you can do it.
All right.
No, it didn't work. That's cute.
They gotta be more outward and then up.
Yeah, it didn't work. But I got
Kansas is about to lose. I don't know if we're still talking about brackets, but Kansas is going down to Stanford.
I think we're watching Frozen over here, so.
Really?
That movie's popular.
It's my wife's ringtone, so.
Oh, jeez.
I have no desire to watch that movie. But now we were having a pretty good conversation. Well, at least you guys were on Skype, and I think we should add more to that here.
What were we talking?
You were talking about.
We've had some serious conversations on Skype.
Is this when me and I'm gonna break the safe chat rule? Is this when me and Wack were arguing about the validity of the topic of Call of Duty switching to PS4 because I simply don't care about Call of Duty anymore?
And that's fine, but I still think it's a good topic.
Okay, good, because that's not the topic. Because I was thinking of like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the layout that we got here, and I literally pulled my truck over where I could scream at Oyster on Skype.
Oh, I remember that conversation. At least
I was driving and I'm like,
I'm not even in the chat.
What's he doing?
I still stand by my
You guys are all like bonfire, and I'm like driving and just getting off work, and my phone.
You can ask Archaic because we were playing League, and I was sitting here telling Archaic, I'm like, man, Wax sometimes he just doesn't get it. We need squares. That's how it has to be.
So tell him what we were talking about, Oyster. Go ahead and lay that part out, and then we can move on.
I don't want to now because it's pointless.
How about you just let us know what you think of the layout in the comments down below.
Yeah, that would be safe enough.
That works.
And let's see, that's the one. And just real quick, the cameras are going to be all in the wrong spots. Actually, there won't be any cameras on it. This is the other layout for when just the 3 of us are on, and we have not claimed positions for those yet. But the one with for a guest is the one that you see now. They have not been claimed. I get to pick first.
Top left is mine.
Oh, you can have it.
All right, cool.
Middle or AFK.
Yeah, now he gets it.
You see that?
Oh my god!
Spin that around full circle.
Well done. Now we just got to get you to stop feeding the top lane as AD Shyvana, and we'll be going somewhere. But that comes after the show.
What is next?
Oh wait, so are we talking about the COD thing?
I think it's worth having a discussion about. Might as well.
Okay.
So I think that, and the reason I think it's worth having, I agree with you. The reason I think that it's worth having a discussion on is because you and I understand the problem is exclusivity versus non-exclusivity, and we were talking earlier last week on Twitter, about PlayStation 1 and 2 games, and I threw out as a dig, which wasn't received. Anything I say on Twitter that's meant to be an insult isn't gotten. Nobody gets it at all. If I say it as it's not meant to be an insult whatsoever, people are like, dude, what's up with that? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. And so I'm going to have to chill out on Twitter or something. I don't know. But I had brought up Halo as a game for you to go back and play Halo 2. Which, it's not on PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1. and what was brought up, Halo series franchise made Microsoft what it is today. And I think that carries over into Call of Duty, pushing Xbox to be what it is because of the MLG endorsement, and thereby bringing a lot of YouTube endorsement, and also the 1 month early DLC, which makes it a is my own personal title, a pseudo exclusive, which is not an exclusive, to add weight to whatever console it's on. And you can say, well, now there's Titanfall, and apparently there's enough bad blood, which you had to expect that there would be, between Titanfall and or I should say Respawn and Activision Blizzard, which you knew there was going to be bad blood there at the beginning. That's why they're two different. Anyway,
that's why those guys left.
Yeah, that's why those guys left. So now, apparently, Call of Duty has gone to PlayStation for its pseudo exclusivity. Pseudo exclusivity is going to PlayStation, and Titanfall is going to be the front runner. The thing is, and I was thinking about this on the way home from vacation. Titanfall is not a competitive game. It's like a fun game. I enjoy playing. I enjoy playing with my buddies, and we can go stomp people, or I can do really well all by myself and lose still. Yep. And it's okay. Right. Whereas in COD, if I'm with my buddies, we're stomping people. It's competitive, and I'm all up on the screen to play. Titanfall, I'm just back like. It's not competitive. They're two totally different games, but they bring enough. They separate their base enough that I have no idea why you're laughing. Anyway, COD's gone to PlayStation, and I think it's going to be huge in the console.
I do. I think it's going to have a huge impact as well, because. Wow.
What?
I was left out of the book, so that's fine.
If you had been there, you would have known.
That's fine. I don't think I want to be there.
You went to dinner.
Oh yeah,
I had to go to
dinner.
It was delicious, I must say.
Screw off! You went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I did, and I enjoyed some wings.
Yes, I told him that.
Me and Oyster were very upset about that.
Yeah,
I felt bad, but.
For those of you watching and listening, I have no idea what we're talking about right now.
I'll lay it out there.
Oh no, he's gonna go there. Oh no.
We're laughing because you're a grunt maniac in Titanfall.
Dang right.
And you posted your video. I don't know if you read my comment on it or not.
I did. It took me like 30 minutes to read all the comments because I didn't have any internet. So I spent like 30 minutes just reading comments.
It was mainly about that.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Archaic thinks he's 10 times better than you at Titanfall because he thinks he just kill grunts all the time, but he actually.
That's what he does all day. That's his job.
He's mad because he thinks your play style is like too easy and cheap and pointless.
I'm the farmer, buddy. I'm the farmer.
Anywhere outside of attrition, you're bad.
Whoa, shots fired.
Wow.
He got a point. I haven't played Capture the Flag yet. I really want to play Capture the Flag. I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it.
I think I played one game with Maze Man.
You can grab the flag and hop in your Titan.
You can?
You can. It's amazing.
While we're on the subject of Titanfall, you know the guy that was camping B flag the other day that was going crazy on us, Oyster?
Touchy Pope?
Yeah, that guy. Shout out to whoever that guy is on Xbox. Anyways, they lowered defense points in all games in Titanfall.
Oh, in the patch?
Capture the Flag, Hardpoint, all of them.
So like you get less points for defending.
Correct. You get
So
more
that means
points
you're
for
not going to the top
attacking.
of the leaderboard anymore, Touchy Pope, for camping the flag with your SMG. You jerk.
And your Titan sitting on the flag with the Titan.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I don't
good.
think. I wish.
Wow.
You know,
B flag on Rise, the worst map in the game.
Completely
I don't know
agree
that
with
good
that statement.
I know you do,
I don't-
Bonfire.
Can you describe the
I
map?
want-
Because I don't know him that good yet. I haven't. I've only got like 10 hours.
Rise
in the game.
is the one that has almost no verticality.
I'm only like level 30, so I don't know the maps that well either. But
What's it look like?
It's a lot of. It looks like underground, but there's.
it's kind of like there's one giant
Corridors.
street going through it with like a corresponding
it's
parallel
really
building
long,
street
deep
above
corridors.
it. Kind of. I don't know how to.
There's
describe it.
only 2 floors to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the map with like the least amount of verticality. It feels like a Call of Duty map. I gotta be honest.
But
I
I
hate
think they need to. You mentioned the whole flag and the Titan thing, Bonfire.
Wow.
I think they need to patch it so that you can't capture objectives on your Titan. Which
I
I know
agree.
they won't because it's such a fundamental aspect of the game and would reduce the value of Titan gameplay. But the fact that someone can capture a flag while on a Titan, that's just overpowered. Like it is all get out. I think it's
One
ridiculous.
Titan can override 5 human players on the flag.
Yeah, say on hardpoint, like the fact that a Titan can sit on a flag and keep it from being captured. And the only reason I said I don't think the Titans are that overpowered. I think they're I don't think they're I think they might be slightly overpowered, but I think they're at a decent place, a place where I'm not going to complain about them. But they take too long to kill, even though they're not overpowered. They take too long to kill to be able to do objectives. Because if you're 2 guys, like even me and Archaic charge a flag, and there's a Titan on the flag, it'll still take us, by like if it's in a critical situation where we've got a 20-second window to capture this flag, or else we're gonna die, or else we're gonna lose, then we can't kill the Titan fast enough to then take the flag. Because even if he didn't shoot at us once, and we just unloaded our anti-Titan weapons into him and arc grenades and whatever we had, it would still take too long to kill him. I don't think you should be able to do any kind of objective work other than maybe return a flag and capture the flag in a Titan. But if anybody disagrees, you can enter now.
I'm still looking for the map Rise. There's not enough pictures on the internet yet to come up with one that's actually Rise. I'm getting like Fracture and all these other ones.
Just type in like Titanfall maps, and
I got Titanfall Rise map is what I googled, and the images are not helpful.
Try just Titanfall map, and maybe you'll find like a list of them.
yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Archaic's on the hunt.
So
Anyways, I haven't played a ton of Titanfall yet. I'm only level 30. I like it. It's
Yeah,
not a
I
game
haven't.
that like begs me to go play it, but like I think it's fun. I like it better than Call of Duty because of what you guys were saying about the casual aspect.
Yeah,
Like, you just kind of hop on and play, and it's fun. I hope it doesn't go the esports route because,
I completely agree
which
with
Bonfire agrees with. And while people know that I really like esports and support it, I don't. I wish some games would just be left to being casual and
you. Yes.
just fun based. Even though I'd like competitive professional gaming as a spectator, but I wish it would be left to that. It probably will be. The game, the way it's currently constructed, is it won't work with esports probably. So unless they make big changes, I think
I don't.
it'll-
Yeah, I don't see it working with esports at all. It's not a competitive game. It's just
I don't know. Have you played Pilot Hunter?
no.
Yes.
I think Pilot Hunter could work esports, but I think you're going to need more than one game type to work.
Yeah, you
No kind of TDM would ever work esports though. Fundamentally,
Okay, can
because
I-
it would be too slow.
Look, I know we're not Call of Duty, but can I ask why Search and Destroy is so important to Call of Duty esports?
Because it's a unique game type. Because it shows versatility within your team to be able to be good at a respawn game type and a non-respawn game type.
But it's like the quintessential. It's like the crowning jewel of esports is the Search and Destroy game.
It's true.
Because
All of
it's,
Counter-Strike is search and destroy. Like the entire Counter-Strike is only search and destroy. It's slightly different than COD search and destroy, but it's basically the same exact game type, and that's the only thing they play.
That's true.
See,
Just
to
to
me, something that would be more impressive, or I should say as impressive, would be like a 10-minute sabotage game where you have to progress the bomb
Sabotage
down.
was a competitive game
map.
type back in like COD 4, maybe not professionally, but like it was a somewhat commonly played for like game battles and stuff.
See, I enjoyed that much better. But then again, it's
I like
Respawn.
sabotage too. I wish they hadn't taken it out, but
That's what I think Titanfall is missing is game modes.
Yeah.
I agree. I said in my first impressions video, I don't have the sound effect, but go check it out, that I was glad that they kind of had the game stripped down a little bit, not a ton of weapons, because in the end, you don't need 5 different automatic assault rifles. They all function the same way. Sure, there may be slight differences between them, but they're all the same gun with slightly different attributes. It's really unnecessary to have all of them. So I'm glad that they whittled the guns down. I haven't unlocked all the guns. I've unlocked like 3/5. That was wrong. But there you go. I've unlocked like 3/5 of the guns, but I haven't found any guns that function the same way as each other yet, which is good. Although,
yeah.
I think they need more game types.
I just unlocked the LMG, and I'll be glad when I can figure out how to get that thing to stabilize.
I
Spray.
don't think you can.
Spray.
It's not.
It's
The
not
thing
very
is,
good.
I
Burst it.
earlier this afternoon, before lunch, before I ate lunch, before we got this show started, I had just unlocked it. I put it on, and I'm not the best shot in the world, but I can stay on target most of the time. And the pilot was looking the other way, running the other way, and I started shooting at him. ADS, and I've got him in the circle, even though the line, the way the sight works out, I've got him in the circle, but not in the line. And I'm spraying all around this guy. He turns on me, starts running towards me, and takes me down with a pistol. Like, something's wrong here. The ADS spray should be tighter than a hip fire spray. And even though we were a pretty good ways away, I should have been able to get him. That was shenanigans.
By the way, can I shout out the most OP weapon in Titanfall right now, as it sits?
The car.
In my opinion,
Sure.
the wingman. The wingman.
Did they bump that up? Because
It's a one-shot headshot on pilots, any range.
It's a secondary, you said, right? Because I remember talking about it with
Yeah,
you.
it's a pistol.
It's the revolver.
Oh, it's the revolver? Oh, yeah, I used it.
The B3 wingman.
See, I used it. I started using it when I was, because I mainly run an assault rifle with a silencer on it, so I'm relatively weak in close quarters with that weapon. So I used it as my secondary, and whenever I went into like a building, I would pull out the wingman. And
I would use, if you're going that way, I'd use the auto pistol myself.
Exactly. I didn't think it was that strong when I used it. Like,
I use it on my SMG and shotgun classes because it's my ranged weapon.
that's funny.
Because it's got such high damage. It's a 2-shot kill on a Spectre, any range, unless you get a headshot, and then it's a 1-shot kill. It's a 1-shot grunt kill, any range. 2-shot pilot kill, any range. 1-shot headshot.
They made it a little stronger with that patch then.
No, this is pre-patch.
Maybe I'm just terrible with it.
You just gotta have...
So I like the simplicity of Titanfall, like you said, Oyster, in your video, and I agree that it is a casual experience. I think that's one of its strengths. I do not want to see it go to esports. I do not want it to be competitive because it's fun just hopping in and playing. And like you said, Whackmed, you could do terrible, but you still feel like you accomplished something, and that's one of the beauties of this game.
Yeah, you can be like Wagman and just shoot all the AIs. You don't shoot back and feel like you're a beast.
Like even if you escape, like your team loses, but you escape.
Now, if you watch,
such an awesome accomplishment.
you got that sound effect ready. If you're watching the King of the Grunts series, which I didn't even plan, Maze Man just kind of handed it to me. If I love that at the end of the last episode, the guy I was playing with, my clan leader from COD, he's like, leave some bots for us. He's come on, man, leave some bots for us. I think Solo may have said that. Anyway, I score at the top of the leaderboard, and you can do that by just dealing with the AI, and I think that's why it's not a competitive game, because you're right. I am not doing a challenge. I am not playing against another individual, and so it kind of brings me to this. See, this topic isn't a big enough commentary for its own commentary for one person, but I enjoyed the survival mode from Modern Warfare 3. I've got days of hours in the survival mode. Love it.
I also liked that a lot.
And
to be
Me too.
honest. I preferred. Shoot me now, everybody in the comment section. I liked survival, and then what was the one like fast paced one, like that they came out with later as a DLC game?
Chaos.
I forget what it is. Chaos. I liked survival and chaos more than I liked zombies.
I don't know why they didn't bring
I
Chaos
agree.
back. Chaos was huge at the end of Modern Warfare
I loved
3.
chaos. That's like I liked that better than the freaking.
Why
multiplayer
isn't that
game.
in? I think that's why Cranked is in Ghosts, but it's not good enough.
It's not the same.
It's not. the
It's
same.
not the same. Cranked is fun if you're good at the game and have the most superior map knowledge and use the MTAR. Otherwise, you're screwed.
Anyway,
There's only one gun you can use in that and be highly successful.
a lot of people like to try to use the LMG because you don't have to reload it, but I would agree with you that you need a fast trigger time gun.
I like the Ripper, so the new DLC weapon.
Yes, that's a good gun.
Too bad I don't want to spend money on that game to get DLC.
You know, I'm kind of pissed that I bought the DLC because I don't even want to play it.
I'll
now.
agree,
Not much, but
but I've got it, so
I'd rather have the DLC for Titanfall because I'm actually interested in what they're coming up with. The thing is, I don't think way back to the original conversation that we spun off over to here with Call of Duty moving its pseudo exclusivity to the PlayStation. One of the major reasons I bought an Xbox was because of that.
Yep.
Because Call of Duty was there. Because Call of Duty esports was there. And now it's not. And I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Because Titanfall, I don't see it having the longevity that Call of Duty had. 10 years,
I think it'll
10 years
have
of
the
Call of Duty.
longevity. I think it'll have the longevity. Well, I can't say 10-year longevity because that's the longevity of the series. But as far as the longevity of the individual games, I could say that I think it'll be fine because it's not so competitive. Because when you're playing COD a lot and you're like, I don't play Titanfall every day. I like Titanfall a lot. It's probably my second most played game right now behind League of Legends. I play League of Legends every day. I don't play Titanfall every day. But I think that helps the longevity because it's not like Call of Duty where I would come home and play two hours of COD every night on weeknights and then 3, 4, 5 hours on the weekends because I just played it so much and then you get burnt out on it. I think the fact that it's casual and not as competitive and you're not going to be as frustrated by it, you're not going to be grinding it as much, and you're not going to be trying as hard on it. I think that'll help increase the longevity because you won't get burnt out on it as fast.
Yeah, and I think depending on what they have in the DLC is really going to determine its longevity. And the spacing between the 3 DLC packs they're going to release is going to help determine its longevity.
Go ahead.
I don't know that it's a game that they could release yearly.
No, and I don't think they're going to.
I think it's a game that's going to be closer to the way Halo is now with, 2 to 3 years between games.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good enough to last for that long. The thing is this, and here's a random type question for you, is if you want to play a competitive game, what are you going to play? Because Ghosts is agreed upon by most circles that it's no good. So what's the most competitive game you're going to play? League of Legends, dude.
Everyone's waiting. Right now, you're having a lot of tryhards move to Titanfall. At least the ones that have the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Um,
So that actually
I
opens
think-
up another interesting topic I'll bring up in a little bit.
I'm just trying to think what games could replace COD in the future. Destiny comes to mind, but I don't know that it could simply because of the way that it's going to play.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it has to be a Twitch shooter that's
It has to be-
multiplayer focused.
I
I think Destiny's going to be a killer game. I'm so excited for that game. I think it's going to be awesome, but it does not fulfill the role of the typical COD players.
Exactly.
need.
Destiny's
See, what-
supposed to play more like a RPG,
It's
MMO,
like an
isn't it?
MMORPG, except that the way I've read about it, it's like MMORPG except in worlds like GTA, and that you spawn into a game and you're in a world with 12 other players, not millions. But it's
Yeah.
like that, and it's basically like a first-person shooter, but with MMORPG elements in it, and a type environment. So, which doesn't really fulfill the COD players' itch for like that.
Correct.
I think it'll be good, but it won't replace that game.
I think to fulfill the COD player that wants the competitive COD player, the real competitive COD player, you're going to have a first-person shooter that has that twitch aspect, that is a twitch aspect, because that's the competitive part of it. How fast can you get on target? How long can you stay there?
So, wait, sorry to cut you off, but just to clarify, when you say competitive player, you mean like just like one of us, like you take the game seriously and try to win competitive, not like esports competitive?
I wouldn't categorize
I don't know.
myself in that.
Bonfire is not a competitive style gamer. He does play competitively when he plays a competitive game.
Well, like, I know when you play, like, Wack, when you used to live stream COD, you guys would do call-outs and stuff, and, like, your focus of playing the game was to win. So is that what you mean when you say competitive?
Yes. The
players
that found their zenith with Black Ops, with League play, I'd say those are probably the two high points in that competitive role. Was either the whole game of Black Ops or just the League play in Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 3 was just the filler.
I just wanted to clarify that's you mean.
Yes, the people who grinded League play for that Masters division, those people that loved that, the people that watch tournaments and want to play that way, that game doesn't exist because it's not Ghosts. I mean, people play Ghosts. It's what has to be played. But I think that our boys over at Strictly Business Gaming would love to find an awesome game like that to come out in the future. I think we're all waiting for that. I can't put that on Strictly Business, but I think we're all waiting on what's going to be better than COD. That's what I had my COD killer style video that I did, was I want what replaces it to be better than Call of Duty. If you're going to kill it, that's fine, kill it, but make it better than Call of Duty.
Because Call of Duty was great. Call of Duty will be killed. I know Arcade. I don't think COD will be killed.
Are we raising our hands now when we have a question, or like we want to chime in?
You know, you've talked too long when people raise their hands.
Anybody will ever kill Call of Duty because it'll kill itself before a good enough game comes along. But anyways, Arcade, since you're just itching to say something over there.
Well, our expectations are pretty low for COD right now, correct? Can we all agree on that?
Well, after Ghost, I mean, yeah. If I can get Modern Warfare 3 again,
almost rock bottom.
For what for the purpose of your question, I agree with you. Yes.
Yes.
So they did bring in a new developer. What if the next game is the best Call of Duty ever?
Then Titanfall will remain
Titanfall will become Battlefield.
A good standby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It'll have a very loyal following. There will be people that pick it up and play it and love it. And it will have a loyalty, but it will not be the pinnacle game, and it will not have the... Like, Battlefield never achieved Call of Duty success. It's a great game, and I'm not bagging on it. Don't say
they could with the next game.
They might.
They're another one.
I doubt it, but...
They're leaning more towards Call of Duty.
They are. I saw that with Battlefield.
But you can't beat it by copying it, because then people won't switch to Battlefield from Call of Duty if it's the same thing.
I think I would rather have bought... No. I can say substantially I would rather have played... I wish I would have bought Battlefield instead of Call of Duty Ghosts.
If I could go back now
I'd do that.
If I could go back now and not buy Ghost at all, forget an either-or situation, I just wouldn't buy the game. Because the thing with Call of Duty each year is I always feel like you're getting your $60 worth out of the game because you play it so much. Like if you go into the past Call of Duties and break it down to dollars per hour entertainment basis, you're paying like 4 cents an hour to play it. By the time it's 4 cents an hour if you divide up the $60 over the whole time you play it. But that's not the case this year for me, and I think for most people.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. Like I'm upset that I have the season pass for Call of Duty Ghosts just because I'm not impressed. And to be honest, I'm tired of getting reskinned maps. Like sure, it's great to go play those maps, but I can go grab the game and play those maps if I really wanted to. And I'm tired of feeling like I'm wasting my money. You know?
If I didn't want to, I could spend $15 and pick up that same game from Best Buy, not GameStop, and have all those maps from that game, not just the two that were considered to be the
But you're
greatest.
getting 2 more. Plus, it's a new skin. It's a new. It's
I
not the
love
same.
new skins. They're so good.
Which, of course, now that if Whackman ever does get into League of Legends, he'll be spending money on new skins for characters. So
Yeah, you
it'll
will.
happen, Whack. Just don't
Trust
don't
me,
fight
it will.
Don't
No,
fight
and
it.
for the
Arcadius
same
got
reason
more-
that you
okay.
mentioned earlier, if I buy a
Don't even
sword and
talk
I've got a
about
bow,
this.
I'm still
Arcadius,
using
I
a
looked it
bow.
up yesterday. You have more champions than you have wins in League of Legends.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
He has 50 career wins in League of Legends in normal matches.
Me?
And like 2. No,
I do.
Archaic.
Oh,
He has like 50 wins in normal matches plus like 2 in ranked play.
I have 0.
And then he has 55 champions. So he's bought more characters to play. You have more characters than you have wins. I just had to throw that in here at some point.
So
if you
Bonfire,
ever
just
get into
to
League,
just to
we'll do
translate
this.
that over, Bonfire, that'd be like buying a gun for Call of Duty.
If you can only use
Or those skin packs that they got. Like I could be Captain.
No.
No, because these are actually functional. These actually do like you get the 4 spells that come with that.
this
guy.
is a completely individual character.
Yeah.
Now Archaic also has lots of
Alright.
skins for those characters.
No, I don't. No, I don't actually.
I don't know actually how many.
Only
skins
the
he
ones in the
has.
skimpy, sexy
One,
outfits. He's got the one that
two,
makes Annie
oh
look like a
gosh.
dirty little schoolgirl.
3,
He has Sheriff Caitlyn.
4. I only have 4 that I know of.
For you,
I only
League of
got, like,
Legends, I
3,
should
I
tweet
think.
that out right now. So if you're listening or watching, say that you
No,
were here and saw
take
this
that back.
tweet.
4, 6
But,
that I know of, because I bought 2 of the St. Patty's Day skins.
I have like a 20 champions in my champion pool.
What is
and
the
like
hashtag
4
for League of
skins.
Legends?
Or 3 skins.
LOL.
Maybe LOL or League of Legends.
Capital L, lowercase o, capital L.
Yes, that
LOL. I called it.
Yeah, that's what it is. I have the
Funny.
only 2 skins I can think of off the top of my head that I have are 2 Vigar skins, but I'm almost certain I have to have at least 1 or 2 others.
I've never played Vigar and have a skin for him.
See, that's ridiculous.
I
You have a
bought
skin. That's like buying a camo for a gun you don't use. You don't use
no. I bought the St. Patty's Day skin for him, the leprechaun skin.
Well, then you need to play him, and I'll
Wow,
tell you how to not
wow,
suck
it was
at
This
it.
is the free to play model in its wonderfulness right here because this game is supported, it is ongoing, it is kept up to date, it is patched regularly, and
That's
it's
why
all
it's a
free to
very-
play,
And it's not pay to
It's a
win.
lot of games
and it's
are going
not
that
pay
way.
to win, and
It's not pay to win.
it's
It's
actually
free to play, but then you have people like me that like to dump money into the game.
that's cool.
And
Good
have
for
more
you.
champions than wins.
I'd rather watch a commercial for 15 seconds and then play for an hour. You see, the problem with the game takes 35 to 45 minutes to play.
It's not a problem for most people.
It's a problem for me.
I understand. You don't have the time that other
Yeah.
people have.
Well, the thing is, like, if I want to get up in the morning and I've got everything, I'm ready to go to work, and I've got 20 or 30 minutes. If I've got exactly 45 minutes before I leave for work, and I have 45 minutes, I still can't guarantee that I can finish my League of Legends game
Exactly.
in enough
If you're
time to
playing
leave
bots,
for
you
work.
should be able to guarantee that.
Have
I'm
you
just
seen
saying.
me
He's gonna
play?
go play bots on Titanfall.
I can play bots on Titanfall.
Yeah,
see?
and regular people, but that's not
Okay.
his concern.
By the way, one of y'all two, we've got to make a video screwing with the bots because they're hilarious.
They are funny.
You can walk circles around them and they won't touch you.
Yeah, you know what you need is some like the chicken dance music or something, so that something goofy and
Does
quirky
anybody know
like
what
that.
the name of that, like that chicken? I don't know if that's what it is, but
I
like,
think that's what it is.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. That
That's
one.
the chicken.
oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking, I don't know. It just went out of my head. But I hate how you always get these songs that are like really well known, but they're not like real songs.
You talking about
like,
the clown
you know,
song? Yeah, da 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 da.
No, that's another
da,
one.
da.
That's like circus music. I've used that before. If you just look up circus music.
You know, is it that one? I think it's that one. That clown, quintessential clown song. Or it's another one that's known for its circusy atmosphere. It's got an awesome name, like Clash of the Titans or something is the actual name. It's a full length orchestral piece of music, but it's got a really awesome
I can
name.
find it, and then I'll tell you guys
Like
the name.
Fire of the Mountain or Killer Titans or
They're just making
Gods
stuff
of
up.
Olympia or something like that. It's got an awesome
He
name,
said
and then you
Fire
hear it,
of
and
the
it's
Mountain, and then I thought of the closing song to the new Hobbit movie, which is
Oh.
Fire in the Mountain. by Ed
Well,
Sheeran.
there's actually a restaurant out here in the Northwest called Fire on the Mountain, and they make some excellent wings.
They have their
That's
own
what I
craft
thought.
beer too, don't they?
I believe so. Yes, they do.
You know, Bondfire.
Totally off topic. I went to this place yesterday that
I
has.
saw you tweet it.
Oh my god, they have 600 different beers in bottles you can buy, and then they have 30 rotating taps. It was heaven.
So
Freaking
I got to
awesome.
do something for first while we're talking about alcohol. We went to a winery and did a wine tasting. It's the first time I've ever done a wine tasting, and I was like, you know, really, they pour so little that I really wasn't worried about it. But I was like, I don't want to do the big wine tasting. I only want to do the little wine tasting and see which one's better than the other. And I shouldn't have been worried about it because you could probably spit in the glass and put more juice in it than they're going to pour you out of the wine bottle into the wine tasting. They pour so very little, you almost can't taste the wine for the lack of wine that they put in the glass for you to taste. It was really good. So
Yeah. Also, speaking of Best Buy, I'm very happy with them right now because
Go
I
away.
tweeted this out as well.
Go away.
All in all, I got my Xbox One with Titanfall for $450.
yeah, I don't want to talk to you right now, but
know
I
you're
saw
all
you
mad,
tweet
but-
that out, and I was like, I should not mind, but I do. It's
I
less
would
than
totally
6
do this
months.
though.
It's
Yeah.
less
It
than
upsets
6
me a
months.
lot. It upsets me a lot, actually.
I
This is
completely understand.
I don't want to interrupt. This is the song that I'm talking about. I'm posting a link to a video that has it in the chat, so you guys just listen to that while we talk real
I'm
quick.
the only one that
It's only
can't
30
watch
seconds.
it.
Why?
Well,
Oh, because it'll be on your screen, yeah. Well, it's not copyright free, so if you have it outside your capture window, you can listen to it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's like the old what do you call
yeah.
it?
This one.
Oh, it's like
It's like
Freddy
that
the
song when you slow
Freeloader,
down.
Red Skelton. It's like a Red Skelton kind of music. Yeah.
I should do that one.
That used to be on a cartoon.
What?
I swear that used
Don't
to be on a
interrupt him. Let him go. It's
I was almost done. I was
yeah.
almost done. That was very But yeah, I imagine having like a trolling video screwing with the grunts with that playing in the background.
yeah, that would be.
Quintessential trolling.
The King of the Grunts should do something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, you should.
You
I
should.
got 37 grunt kills in the game the other day when I had 19 pilot kills.
What did I wonder if I don't know. I gotta look and see if I've got one in the bank still that that I saved.
I think I end up crushing more grunts in my Titan while killing pilots than I shoot grunts while walking around.
I never even used my Titan.
I
I've
very
noticed
rarely
that,
use
Oyster,
it.
and I'm not talking on your gameplay style because you obviously have a lot of skill when it comes to one-on-one battles with those pilots, but it's interesting to see because my play style is totally different from that.
There's two different ways to play it.
No, and I agree. I'm not saying that there is one specific way to play it, but it's interesting to watch that because I play so differently. I'm always moving. Like I love getting my Titans. I love it. Like I always want to.
I kind of enjoy the Titan gameplay, but like I'm content to just let my Titan go on its auto Titan and just keep fighting people. I just prefer to play that way.
Oh no!
No, and like I said, you're good at it. But I don't know. I just love. I
I
love it.
understand people who want to get into the Titan. I feel like it. I'm trying to win when I play Titanfall. Like I'm playing Cassie, but I'm trying to dominate and come top of the leaderboard and get a lot of kills and do well. But at the same time, I want to. Like, I feel like I can do that better when I'm not in my Titan and getting caught up in these Titan battles and stuff. 'Cause that's what I enjoy. I enjoy killing people one-on-one.
That was the face of a man who realized that yesterday he accidentally deleted all of his Titanfall gameplay.
I don't have any Titanfall gameplay.
Wow.
I'm talking about me. I had like 4 games. I had live comms, just stuff that I didn't get to editing before I went out of town on vacation, and it's gone. Like for those of you who here, like I can bring it up for the people who are sitting at home. I have this is the drive that well here I can put it over here. We'll go back to the intro screen. For those of you who are watching, this is where I keep all my stuff. Whenever I record something, it all comes in here. It just dumps into video raw. And then I've got Black Ops 2 games, Dead Rising 3, Ghosts gameplay, miscellaneous gameplay. This is the only Titanfall game I have left, and it's 7 minutes long. That's it. I've deleted all my Titanfall gameplay. There was a King of the Grunts in there where I had like 70 kills. It was even better than the last one.
70 grunt kills.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Good lord.
Yeah.
How
do it
you
again. You're good
focus
at it.
That many grunts. You know the sad part is he's
have the grunt
getting more
score
grunts.
Maybe it was 60
Because-
something. I don't know. What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
In this most recent patch, grunts will keep spawning up until the epilogue.
Yeah.
See,
That's okay.
Blackman, you could get 80.
He get 100 plus, guys.
I'm trying to get 100 plus. I'm trying
You
so
get 100
hard.
plus.
Dude, that would be epic.
Yeah, with the title First Titanfall 100 plus.
100 plus
And have it
grunt
be a
kill
grunt,
gameplay.
grunt 100 plus,
Kinda like
and have the
2
That
pilot
will
kills.
solidify.
The thing is, you
your
have to stay
crown.
alive. You have to stay alive, and then you have to stay in their spawn, and it's really difficult. Like,
Okay, time out though.
okay,
With the grunts, how many points is there in attrition?
they're 1 point
250.
apiece. Oh, it's yeah. I see
300.
what you're saying is since I only play attrition and I suck at everything else, I'll never get there.
Yeah, they upped the attrition amount actually
Did
in
they?
the last patch too.
I didn't notice.
There's
like
lots of
300,
ups.
There's enough points there that if you would have enough time to get 100 grunt kills if you.
It depends on who he's playing with. He's going to have to take a full team and tell them, like, don't do anything.
Well, I've rolled with.
I don't think so.
I've rolled
I'd
with
help you
4 in my team, and I've still killed upwards of 40 grunts because I don't ignore them. That's the thing. Most people just ignore them. They just straight
true.
don't even pay
don't
attention.
understand
It's a grunt, and it's like, you know how many pilots you're missing because you didn't kill the grunts.
It
'cause
just
you can't tell
depends
the
on what
difference.
weapon I'm
I can't
using.
tell the difference.
I always kill the grunts. I figure it's free experience.
Yeah, it helps your team in some capacity. If nothing else, it just gets you your Titan faster. I mean, do you call in 3 Titans a game in attrition? I do,
yes.
because I kill the grunts.
Well, it depends on how
call
long you
in-
survive in my Titan.
Yeah, that's true. I do like Oyster. I just let it walk around most of the time.
You actually gotta keep killing them.
I'm taking out Titans and
Actually,
ripping the person out, and just it's so good.
It's so gratifying, isn't
It
it?
is so good. It's like right when they're about to nuclear eject because they're stupid and they're a noob, I just reach in, I pull that person out, and I just,
No. Oh, nuclear
know,
eject
nuclear-
and
I know.
auto eject.
But
Such crap.
I want to be able to rip the person out and just crush him in my hand. I don't know. I don't want to throw him. I just want to rip him out and just.
Yeah,
done.
I've
Yeah, I
got
don't know
this-
why you can't squish them.
I know. That would be
Okay.
so good.
Okay, I'll be happy to hear this. I only have one Titan class, which is I'm actually going to get in my Titan class. It's designated for that because I so rarely get in my Titan, and that Titan class does have the auto eject nuclear eject combo on it. Just so you know.
That's how
You
you're
know
a noob in the
what?
Titan.
You know what?
I'll do that.
I really want to see is I want to see you punch into his chest. You rip the soul of the Titan out. Your pod opens up and you take out your wingman and go, ping, and shoot him right in the forehead.
That'd be, they could do some really cool stuff with that, like execution type stuff. That'd be
Yeah, why do let's all the way back to Mortal Kombat. There were some really cool kill scenes, babality, lethal, or what were they? Brutalities.
Brutalities.
The brutalities. Yeah, you rip the
Fatalities.
guy's spine out of his body, and it just dangles there, and you. Brutality. Yeah, dude, bring him up to my Titan. I'll stand there all defenseless and let other people shoot me because I'm gonna.
I have a serious question though,
Step on
because
kittens.
I want to know what you guys think. Like, so if Call of Duty does go to PS4, do you think it will impact the sales
No.
of the Xbox One?
Well,
Yes, of the
okay.
I know we
Xbox
don't. I know, like, we're all moving away from Call of Duty. We're all kind of just tired of it. But I want to
I
know.
think it'll have a very minor impact because I think the number of people who would make their decision of a console based on which one gets COD DLC earlier is so small now.
Easy, that's my toes.
At that.
The thing is this, I need a PS. I need a PS4 eventually because you've got cool games.
I'm gonna get a PS4 eventually too.
I'm not going exclusively. I'm just saying that it's like if great movies came out on just DVD and great movies came out on just Blu-ray, and you couldn't watch the movies independently of each other, you'd need both. Well, you kind of need both. If you
That
want to
makes
play
me so happy.
if you want to play the greatest games, you have to have both.
That's the way I felt after the end of last console. Like me and Bondfire still plan on going back and playing the Tula multiplayer, but
Yes.
I missed out really on that core time of Tulo when it first came out, and I was almost a year late to the party. Which, by the way, the game was still $50 frickin'. Kind of pissed about.
Yeah.
So,
But that makes me
it was
so
worth
happy
it.
to hear that.
So, Bonfire, I'm going to ask you a question, and this isn't in the chat, so this is very pointed and may make you mad. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I don't.
Were
I
you
never
trying to-
get mad outside of a gaming?
Were
environment.
you trying to call me out when I told you there were so many other great games that you could play on PS1 and PS2? Because you were like, oh yeah, name 3. And I could just see a little cod fire in your tweet saying, name 3. If you think there's so many great ones out there to play, name 3. Is that what that was?
Not in that context. But
So that's a yes.
I wanted, it was slightly because I wanted to hear what you thought would be 3 amazing games on the PlayStation 1 or 2. I wanted to hear because I know because we had previous conversations on previous 3 bars about Spyro, and I love that game, and you laughed at it, and I actually have that on the PlayStation 1, but that's why I directed it towards you because I just wanted to hear what you would say. It wasn't a more like I didn't think you could name 3. It was more like I just wanted to see what you would say. And then you said Halo 2, and I laughed.
Well, see, that's
Even
why
though
I put
didn't get
Halo
what
2
you
in
were
there
saying,
because
but, yeah,
I put Halo 2 in there because it's like it was actually a dig back on there's no reason to have a PlayStation. Xbox is better, Xbox supremacy kind of statement.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm going to clarify. Nope, I'm going to go to bed. They all think I'm just silly. It's okay. I take this kind of heat on 3 bar all the time. I'm just going to let it go. And I'll correct. We'll talk about it later. So I was like, okay, Metal Gear would definitely. I don't even remember what the 2 words that I actually put down for serious.
I
Metal
think you
Gear
put Crash and Metal
and
Gear. And I was surprised
any
that
of your
put-
Crash Bandicoot stuff. Yeah.
I was surprised that you put Metal Gear because I don't know, it just surprised me because I didn't think you would ever be into that game.
I've
Have
played
you?
it. I used to have it.
You're talking the Metal Gear Solid, the first one,
I don't know.
or is it the Metal Gear from Nintendo?
It was on PS1.
Okay, so it was Metal Gear Solid.
And it was
Fantastic
fun.
game.
It was a lot of fun. It was like a puzzle game.
It's a stealth game
It felt like, yeah, okay.
with a lot of story, long cutscenes.
No.
Which
maybe I don't
There
think I
was.
played that. I think I played the Nintendo. Was Nintendo version upscaled for PS1?
I don't think I could have. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to find it. But
See,
yeah,
I used to have a lot of, but most of mine were like racing and sports games when I had the PlayStation 1. And Crash Bandicoot. We had a lot of Crash Bandicoot, Crash Party, and stuff like that.
yeah.
Because my wife spent 21 days in the hospital, and we took the PlayStation up there, and we always had like chicken and cake and drinks and the PlayStation, and the nurses would come in and hang out with us because we were the youngest people on the cardiac floor. So it was kind of cool. We were like the party
That's
people
cool.
of the hospital, and she wasn't allowed to leave. So
This is a completely random thought, but since we're talking about like old games, do they still make the Mario Party games?
I believe so.
Did anybody ever play those other than me?
I played it
Actually,
on
we
the
played
64.
I used to.
I only played one of them. I played them on my friend's N64, which aggravated me because I had always go to his house to play it because I was like in a 6 month in love with that game. But I didn't own it in 64.
They were great like multiplayer games. Like just
Yeah.
it was great. It was a great party game. I mean, a lot of fun.
I
Literally.
used to play it on. My brothers had a GameCube.
Ah, the GameCube.
I
Man,
love the
I
GameCube.
love the GameCube.
I have a
really
Such a
GameCube.
good
did.
console.
You have a GameCube?
I have a GameCube.
I have a
Does
GameCube
it still
too.
work?
I have a GameCube
the-
that's fully operational in the next room over to me.
I need a
Really?
power source for
I'm
it,
so
but
jealous.
you can play all the games on the Wii.
That's
true.
not
I
the
know.
same.
I am well aware of that. I'm actually thinking about seeing if I can steal the Wii from my parents since I paid for half of it.
Do they use it?
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't use it.
Go for it.
My kids they like to play the what's the game they play on there? We have a Medal of Honor and a GoldenEye or something like that.
GoldenEye.
Nightfire, I think.
I'm so legit and like retro that I actually, up until like a year ago, I would occasionally, since I lost my old Game Boy, I would actually play my Game Boy games on the GameCube from time to time, which still works now actually. But I lost my Game Boy and I didn't lose my DS, but I lost the charger for it. And I haven't used it in like 4 years anyways. So I had like the first DS that came out.
You don't count for retro. Like that's definitely throwback. But it's
I know
not
it
retro.
doesn't count for retro.
I got
I just
retro in
wanted
the
to
other
say-
room, and I schooled you with it several episodes ago.
I don't remember what it
I
is.
was impressed by your collection.
Yeah.
What's your retro?
I got real Nintendo games. I've got a real working 8-bit Nintendo. And I brought the gun out. Remember I actually had the clicky gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Random question?
Yes.
Go for it.
If someone wrote a book about your life, what would the title be?
Ooh.
Wow.
Is it like an auto? It's a biography, not an autobiography. Because like
Yes.
if I wrote a book about myself, I know what the title would be. But if somebody were writing it about me, I have to think about that.
That's good. That's a good question. I like it. Man.
Actually, I found a good website here. I may have to bookmark this or something.
Bookmark it. It's legit.
Because, that was a good question.
Techbrain.com. Someone wrote a book about your life. What would they title it? Or what would the
So
title
it would
be?
be from my life till now. Not what I would aspire to be in the future.
Correct. I was just like, huh?
Well, I mean, if I achieve something super awesome, that's going to change the title.
If you die tomorrow morning, if somebody writes a biography about you commemorating your life? What is it? What is the title?
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify.
I just thought of a really funny answer that makes me sound like a conceited jerk, so I'm not going to say it.
Go
Oh,
ahead
I gotta
and
hear
say
that.
it.
That's your draw on the show.
I was going to say wasted potential.
That really could be the title of mine.
Because he's so young. Little 15-year-old baby-faced archaic over there.
Yeah, leave in the comments down below how old you think Archaic is.
Because
Yes,
we didn't say
that'll
it
be
on the
interesting.
actual
Go
show.
ahead. Go
We
for
didn't
it.
say it on the show, did we? So people...
No,
we didn't.
No, okay, yeah,
Or you
That
can
was all pre-show.
or you can follow him and tweet him directly for the answer if you want to be premature about it at at YR Archaic.
Yes.
I've had you saved in there so long I don't remember.
Yes.
I think,
At
is there an
YR
underscore in there?
I
somewhere?
think, yes, it's YR underscore archaic.
Archaic, I don't want to interrupt the whole question thing,
The
but I just
question
wanna,
nobody will answer.
It's so hard.
But don't you guys think that it makes no sense that Archaic's not a YouTuber? Because he's been on our podcast a couple times. Like, this is not the first time. I don't know how.
Yes,
he's been
yes,
on at
it
least
is.
once before.
Yeah,
it
it's the
is.
first
No,
No,
I haven't.
I thought you were on with me.
Weren't you on the E3 episode?
No, that was Jules.
Oh, well, Jules has been on a few times.
Jules
but,
has been on a couple times.
but regardless, Archaic's been on the podcast.
This is my first time.
Welcome to the
but
podcast.
You've been on the podcast though at least once now. You are always popping up in people's gameplays because, like, between our little group of YouTubers, like, he plays with everybody, but he's always popping up in people's gameplays. He's commenting on everybody's videos. We often have Twitter discussions with him. Like, he's completely in the YouTuber group, except that he doesn't actually make YouTube videos.
Well, aren't you saving up for an Elgato or something?
He keeps
I know
saying
you're
he's
mentioning
going to buy one. I call BS on him saving up because he buys so much damn stuff on League of Legends. I know he's not saving up. He's buying stuff all the time. Every single day he's like, I just got another 10-day IP booster, guys. Don't worry, it's just another $10 down the drain, but I just spent it anyways. So I know he's not. I know he has the money to get one because he spends so much money on League. There's no way.
I don't have the money right now, actually. I am a really wasteful spender.
You would have the money if we took back your last month of League transactions. You'd probably be close.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much an Elgato goes for.
I don't
now.
know that I would do it. I think
I'm kind of late to the party.
I think if I were to do it now, if I were to get back into YouTube now, I think I would go all PC with a really good computer.
I have the really good computer.
Yeah, you can start with OBS if you wanted. I mean, that's free. Or if you wanted to spend money, you could do XSplit. It's not that much money, but I think it's a little bit better than OBS.
The biggest deal that you need is that you need 2 monitors where you can be doing something
I know.
over here
I
while
need
your
my
game's over
second one.
there.
I disagree. I mean, I don't have 2 monitors.
And you're wrong. We've told you. I think
But
we were,
I can function without 2 monitors, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not a necessary thing. Well, I do have 2 monitors, but one's not a computer.
I would only use one for my computer. My computer monitor would actually probably be hanging on the wall.
What would you entitle your book?
Me?
Sorry, I just want to bring that up.
I honestly don't know. That's a really hard question.
Whack brought a great question. It's just nobody can think of an answer.
It's good.
Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. You got it.
If I got it, then you go first.
I have an autobiography answer, but not a biography answer.
What would your autobiographical title be?
I respect your opinion, but it's wrong. And then I would go into that will also be a T-shirt in my T-shirt shop eventually, just for the record. Whenever I open it,
so you
be
just
a T-shirt.
all you have to do there is change it to "He respects your opinion, but you're wrong."
Yes.
Okay, I can.
All right,
that
good
works
point.
for you.
Yes, there we go.
That does work for
That
him.
works for you.
I'm the first successful answeree. So
I got one for Bondfire just because he tweets a lot.
Oh, geez.
Sure, let's hear it. I'm curious.
King of beers.
Ooh. But see, I feel like I
put
would
like
have
a little-
dedicated my life.
That would be Budfire.
You could also you could put the letter D in between R and S, so it's like beards.
Oh, wait,
and
wait,
beards.
wait! I'm sorry. I have to recant my last statement. Being from Oregon, you cannot be Budfire. I know you. Oh, you got it.
Touche, sir. That was good.
I apologize. Didn't mean to impugn. I think I would have to say that mine would be almost ready. Or I'm almost ready. He's almost ready. Because it seems like before I ever actually get something accomplished, I transition to something else. So I'm never actually getting to what I was going to do. Like, did I ever get to college? I almost went to college. I decided to have a family first. Have I finished college yet? Oh, I've almost finished college. I just had to take a semester off. Have you accomplished anything in your life? Almost. The kids aren't grown yet. I don't know. I feel like I've almost done a lot of stuff.
All right, I got my title. I put it in the chat.
Cute.
Codfire, the tale of a man, in parentheses, almost on fire.
If you're hanging out with Jennifer Lawrence, I'm going to come up and hang out in Portland.
That would be sweet, and we wouldn't be hanging out.
I don't think I don't think his current relationship would be there anymore.
It's true. But yeah, that's my title, and I like it. I like it.
Archaic.
This is really hard for me.
15-year-old in a 15-year-old's body.
I was going to say babyface squealer, but...
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
George Babyface Nelson?
No.
Oh, man.
I rage too much.
It could be archaic, the rage inside.
Oh. The
No,
rage.
that would be say archaic colon and then just a bunch of random letters all capitalized put together.
Oyster, while
Freeze
we're
erase.
waiting for your answer, you have the time it takes Oyster to respond to this question to come up with your answer. Oyster, you have a series called Inside the Mind of Oyster. Why aren't they called Pearls from Oyster?
Because I didn't think it through.
Come on, man! It feeds
Yeah.
itself. It's beautiful. It's a
That
great
was-
title.
That was too clever for me. Maybe I'll change it in the future.
You should change it in the future. Bring the
Yeah,
series to the
I'll
end.
change it starting next episode, whenever that is. But my last one was not well received because I took such a long break.
I just saw the chat.
Yeah, the chat's good. But yeah, the last episode of that was not as well received as the old ones were, so I don't know if I'm going to continue. But if I do, I will definitely make it that. And that's not the first time you suggested that.
It's
But
not?
I was just not clever enough. at the
I
time.
always liked the title Pearls from Oyster. 'Cause
Pearls from Oyster, yeah.
Not only, obviously a pearl from an oyster, but it represents your
The
mind
good thing
gems.
inside. Yeah, the good thing that's
Mind
inside.
gems. That's a good one. Mind gems. I like that. I'm using that for something.
Patented.
But
Boom.
that'll be on my shirt, Mind Gems.
With a little emerald.
If I do have a shirt though, one will be Codfire and it will be epic.
What's your book?
It'll be me like screaming on this shirt. Just,
Okay. Where's your title?
Or if I ever get partnered with Twitch, that'll be one of my little
Oh, the
little
little
things?
emoticon things?
yeah, it'll be an emoticon, just me like raging.
That'd be pretty cool. I would
cool.
love to be partnered with Twitch, but
I'd
I'm
like
not
to
gonna
stream
till,
more, but
I'm not gonna stream to Twitch until I'm popular enough to actually get viewers on Twitch because
yeah.
it's hard to get viewers on Twitch because your subs don't see it. That's why I just stream to YouTube. It's easier for
Yeah, that's a good point.
our side, I think.
Yeah.
Archaic, the losing tryhard.
It's a good title.
I like it.
It's in the chat, but I read it anyways because that has to be your
Yes.
official answer.
Oh!
That is my official answer.
I like it.
Just like in League, when he tries so hard, but he goes up to top lane and just feeds, and then it all goes downhill, and then me and Wizard are pissed, but he's just doing so poorly, but we don't want to say anything, and then he starts doing his rage mode thing.
Oh my god. No. We have to get whack with Ray.
Oh no. Okay, Ray is this guy that we play with, and like, he's never in the Skype call, but like, anytime you screw something up, he'll just start taking shots in the chat of the game. Like, if you do something bad, he'll just immediately just start saying stuff about you, and it's like, he's joking, but like...
Like, I don't know the guy, so I don't really know if he's serious or not. I'm told he is not. But they're really offensive shots.
Yes.
Wow.
It's like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy so that you guys could that's not League-based. It's like if you were playing competitive COD and like he types in the chat and he's like, "OMG, we could win, but this OBJ player," and then he just every time you make a mistake, he just like says, "This OBJ is so bad" and stuff, and he just like takes shots at you constantly, but he's not serious, but at the same time, it's like, well, I'm doing bad, and he's saying I suck, so I don't really know. I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny for him to play with like anybody we play with, really. I think it'd be funny for me to play with Whack. I still don't play with Whack.
Really?
No, I still don't play
He
with
refuses
him.
to play with me. I have learned
I don't
so
feel
much.
like play with
Use
you.
that 1v1 that was like 30 episodes ago.
Oh, he's scared. He's
the
got
COD
fear
one?
in his ass.
I really wanted to see that as a video.
The COD 1v1.
The 1v1.
COD 1v1, quick scoping.
Maybe you
Whack,
guys
are
can
you
get
gonna have-
that Puckett guy to codcast it. He's
Oh,
great.
bro. It's just...
Shut down. Boo. No, hush. Bad.
that's just 'cause
I just had to take a
we
shot
all-
at that guy. Because
We all know how much Bondfire hates 90% of CODcasters. So...
There are some really bad codcasters. Okay, I was watching Golden Boy. I like watching Golden Boy. I think he does a really good job. He stays very professional, and he was codcasting the other day with somebody who was just he's against Golden Boy, who comes off as very professional. The guy sounded like an uneducated dweeb. It was bad. I mean, he sounded like some kid in high school who was just rage-worthy. And, like, Golden Boy's... And he's making a play coming around the corner. Is he going to see him? It's going to be a challenge here coming into the corner. And the other guy's like, oh! They're going to fire! Is he going to come in? I'm like,
Please tell me he did those as well.
I mean, I don't know, because you can't see him. But you gotta. It's the motion from
Home Alone.
Futurama for the
Oh.
boop, 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 boop. Dr. whatever his name is. Huh? Dr. Zoidberg. Boop, 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 boop.
Wow, the help from off screen.
Dude, my wife's awesome. You should get one. Not her. She's mine.
Okay, I'm gonna post this link in the chat, and I'm gonna post this link in the chat, and I want you guys to watch this video after we're done because it's the best of Freak, who is a League of Legends caster, and it's once again, League of Legends esports just so much better than COD in general. But this is like the funniest caster you'll ever see. Just the crap he does. But you guys gotta watch this after we're done. If we're talking about casters, just for the record,
All right.
so much better than Call of Duty. There's only like 2 good COD casters. Golden Boy's good.
Are we done?
I like Fwiz.
Are we done? You want one more random question?
We'll do one more and then wrap up.
Oh boy. That one's
Hey,
going
you
to take
asked.
too long. You get a full scholarship to 2 colleges. One's in New York City, the other one's in California. Which one would you choose? I think the school is the unimportant part as far as which school.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you
It's
repeat
the
one more time?
location. You get a full scholarship to 2 colleges. One is in New York City, the other is in California. Which one do you choose? The school is unimportant. The career path that you're going to take is unimportant. It's the location that is important.
I would choose California. It's an easy answer for me because it's New York City. I've never been there, but I know it's very dirty, and I'm not a huge like city person as far as like living in a city, not really like having a car and having to like walk and take public transportation everywhere.
New York State.
I just
No, it says New York City.
Does it say New York City or California?
It specifies New York City or California.
Let's narrow it down to New York or LA then.
I would that would be my answer. I mean, LA
We
still
have
kind of,
to.
but
Well, but like then why can't it be?
Doesn't affect my answer.
California is different in all the different parts of California. Like I instantly thought of LA when you said California.
Yeah, but I think that part of the answer is in that one is strictly deep city and the other is possibly wine country. You know, open, vast expanses of farmland. And
Well,
I think
I'm
that
Wine Country's not far from LA. It's like a 10-minute drive.
yeah. there's
Well, I'm
tons of
gonna
that stuff.
say California with the assumption that I'm gonna be in LA primarily, purely because of the weather. Because I like cities, and I have no problem with living in a city like New York. I actually think I would prefer to live in a city like New York, where everything's kind of close together, and you don't really have to like drive anywhere, and everything's kind of in one area. Like I think that'd be good. But I would choose LA just for the weather, probably.
I've never been to New York, but I have been to LA. Their airport sucks. It is easily the worst experience I've ever had.
San Francisco's worse, but
But
for the record.
the smog in LA kills me.
Yeah.
But I would still have to go with California,
I'm going to
assuming LA as well.
modify your answer for your book title. It is You're Wrong for the Record. That's your new book title.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm picking California. I don't have no desire whatsoever to live in a city.
Yeah.
And
can do it for me.
if I can live in wine country and have to commute to LA for school, okay. I'd rather pick somewhere like, you know, Tallahassee's not that bad. Like I live 35 minutes from work, and work is in Tallahassee. I could be on college campus in about the same amount of time. If I went to Florida State, I could be on the campus that quickly. And I don't live in a city at all. So that's a smiley face.
You could live in the Bakersfield area.
I'd have to listen to that stupid song.
What song?
The one that starts with all the cash machine sounds. It's something of Bakersfield. You'll have to look it up.
Oh, George
Bakers.
Lopez's theme song?
George Lopez is a comedian.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
it's a TV
Well
show.
aware.
And he's not
I used to like that
yeah.
show. So. Yeah. Alright.
Oop.
What are you doing there?
I was looking for the song.
Oh.
It's the theme song for the Money Guy, whatever the Money Guy's name is. What's his name? Babe, what's the Money Guy's name? Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. That's cool.
Cool. Okay, so that was episode 37 of 3-Bar Exploits with our special guest, Archaic, at YR_Archaic on Twitter. Go tell him hi and ask him how old he is. And it's not 15. He can
Don't
vote.
say it.
He can vote if he so chooses. And he'll probably... I know some of you are waiting on this, but we're not going to get into his thoughts and mine and why he is wrong on his Second Amendment rights, and we're not getting into that. This was the... you see how I dodged that the whole episode.
I want to get into it sometime.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Post show.
37. Yeah, we'll talk about it post. I don't care. 37. Strictly business gaming and...
Use code 3bar at cinchgaming.com for
Code-
5% off.
Yeah, I haven't rehearsed that one yet. Code 3bar at Cinch Gaming for 10% off? 5%.
Five.
5% off. 5% off. Work
Links
with
in
us.
the
We can get to
description.
10. You buy like 10 things from them. We can talk to them maybe.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.
Yeah, the
Say
problem
something.
is I can't find... Oh, there it is. Now we can say goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.